Hi guys, it is Friday and I am off to pick up paperwork that I should have known about weeks ago when I dropped off my little one's registration for school and Audrey's for preschool. But apparently in school systems, paperwork isn't done on timely fashion, or at least given to people to be done in a timely fashion. So I'm rushing around last minute trying to get all of this stuff done for school, which starts next week. Which anyone that knows me knows that I am a tremendous planner, and I really do not like last minute things because it throws off everything to me. Like, I was prepared months ago for everybody's everything so that we could relax, we could get times down for bus rides and like so now I'm having palpitations, but I keep reminding myself I have half a day to get all this stuff done. So I have to run to White Marsh because it turns out our doctor moved, which is fine, but we belong to like a huge practice. And typically what has happened before is we will be assigned another doctor, and they're like, well, now you just see Dr. So-and-so instead of Dr. this and that. Hey, we're not that picky about it. So I called, obviously, because I was like, hey, I got to bring in this paperwork. And they're like, yeah, you don't have a doctor. I'm like, wait, what? And so, yeah, that's been my week-long saga, and somebody needs to do this paperwork. But the beauty of it is that the attitude that we go into things with directly reflects on the experience that we have with these things. So there was a person assigned to clean up our late doctor's files, and I turned in the paperwork forever ago. The school nurse called the office to ask some questions, get some stuff, and then the liaison called me. And I was like, I already gave that to the summer program that said they were going to give it to the school. They did not. Schools do not talk to each other. It makes my head want to explode. It really does. Like, if I can keep my stuff together, why can't you guys? That's not how things work. And I should know that from the insurance world because of all the HIPAA stuff and medical stuff, and it's records of shots and Dean's diagnosis. Like, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm like, and they're like, well, I can't send it to her. You have to come pick it up. And I'm like, oh my God. So I've been trying really hard to keep an attitude of, okay, this is like a pirate hunting treasure. The treasure is that the X at the end of it is I'm done with all the paperwork. That's my X. It's me brushing my hands of this whole fiasco. I'm not there yet. I'm getting there. But on the way, there are going to be challenges that I have to meet and overcome. And so, like, all of this stuff I've perceived as sort of a hilarious game. And that has really helped me through it, because if you just go into it the expectation that these systems are all going to behave like a managed system that I've dealt with in the past at the law firm, at the insurance aid, like, there are plenty of real life businesses that I've had experience with that would never ever let any of this stuff ever happen, right? But something as serious as our children's education and all that stuff, it's like, how is this so horrendous? So horrendous, and boggles my mind. However, so I can't take that seriousness that, okay, this paper says it's due at 9 a.m. We have to have this done by XYZ. This needs to be signed by so-and-so before I can get it back. So if I take everything seriously, I'm going to go absolutely crazy. But if I perceive this in a manner of, this is a really fantastic story for me to tell all of my people, then my attitude becomes one more of, let's see what happens next, instead of, oh my God, could anything else happen wrong? Make sense? Make sense? And I kind of try to perceive my life in that way, because when you have little people, or even fur babies, when you have other people that you interact with in your life, the idea of let's see what happens next is a lot different than, oh my God, what else could possibly go wrong at this point? And it really does kind of change your viewpoint. And I appreciate that, because I used to be extremely serious about things. But the truth of the matter is, everybody says you're never going to get out alive. Well, most of us don't get out sane. I left my sanity like somewhere back at not even my first job. I worked retail. So like I left my sanity back in like high school, college. Like I don't even think I was sane then. Like I think I lost my sanity somewhere around elementary school. Hormones, you know. But we simply can't have the expectation that everyone is going to care as much as we do about things. And that's the truth. Like that's very, very serious thing that I want you to take away from this. Because obviously for me, my kids, both of their paperwork to get into school in a timely fashion so they're going to go to school is very important to me, because their education is extremely important to me. But the schools all just put out this new lead testing form that everyone has to get. And so, like, it's not just me. It's all of the other parents. If you live in certain zip codes, which we live in one, but we live in a new building in one, they're like, you have to get your doctor to sign off that the kids don't have lead. And I'm like, dude, they had lead poisoning. We would know by now. We would totally know by it. People don't care. People don't care. Nobody cares as much as we do. And so we have that expectation that we've been told if we don't get this paperwork back, the kids can't go to school. Essentially, like literally, if we don't get this paperwork back, your kids are screwed. So everyone is rushing around, calling their doctors, doing this, that, and the other. So the doctor's offices are swamped. The nurses are going crazy because they have to get all these paperwork done, because the nurses are the ones that sign the forms, that check the paperwork. The doctors don't do that, right? If you have to get blood tested, you have to make another appointment to get that done, and then God knows when the results are going to come in, because X amount of kids have to get the same crap done. So if you go into it in an attitude of, you know, this is very, very serious, then you're going to go absolutely insane. So you have to keep an attitude of, I'm going to do the best I can with what I got, and that's it. And if for whatever reason, because I don't think that they'd actually do this, but if your kids had to take the first week off of school, well, it sucks. But, you know, if they had to actually implement that, there are a lot of kids that would be out of school, especially since this was a last minute update to paperwork. So we kind of can't take it that seriously. And the only thing that I really take seriously is taxes. Taxes have to be in. And like, I've never filed for an extension, but I've always wanted to file for an extension, but I always owe, because I always owe. So it's not that big of a deal for me. To wait to send that money in. But we can't take things so seriously, and we can't let our children see us taking these things so seriously, because then they develop that very same attitude. And I don't want my kids to have that stressed out, oh my God, crazy attitude, because I've lived that portion of my life, and it wasn't good. I was stressed all the time, and not good. So I don't want my kids to see me repeating that and continue that cycle. So I'm like, more paperwork, give it, let's get it done, we're good to go. Thankfully, you know, I am so grateful for the job that I have, that I really do make my own schedule. It would be different, I think, if we didn't have as many agents in our area as we do. And I know that not all parents have that luxury, because it is a luxury. It really is. I would love to be a stay-at-home mom and to be involved with the kids and volunteer in the classrooms. I really, really would, but we like to eat. And heat is going to be really important this winter, and air conditioning is really important right now. So I have to work to at least cover the bills, and Christmas is coming. I mean, like, so there are things, but I don't know how everyone working full-time does it. Like, to me, those parents are superhuman. But ironically, almost literally, I think all of the special needs parents I know, one of them doesn't work. And in theory, That's me. But it is very difficult, and I'd like to honor all the parents with kids going back to school this year, honor all the special needs parents, and just say you guys are phenomenal. You're very, very cool, and it's an honor to be amongst one of you now for both of the kids. And bring on the paperwork! So yeah, just go into it like it's going to be this fantastic movie version of your life that you're going to tell everybody about, and you'll see things change. You have to shift your mind perspective, and then you'll be amazed at how the world around you changes. You can't take things so seriously, because people will see that, and the people that are watching you and emulating you will emulate that. And if you're not feeling happy and healthy and good, then you don't realize that other people are seeing you, and they're going to be feeling that way too, because if they're ever in your situation, they're going to think back to the people that they admire and the people that they look up to, and they're going to be like, how would so-and-so deal with this? And they'll remember the time that you were dealing with all this. And I don't want them to see me being like, paperwork! I want them to see me be like, all right, we got folders. We're going to organize this. We're going to take care of this. We're good to go. It's not something we have to worry about. This is not going to throw off my attitude for the evening. This is not going to throw off my attitude for the week. This is fine. We will manage this. And that's what I want my kids to take away. And I'd like to think that this is what we want all of our family to take away. You know, if your nieces and your nephews were watching you do stuff and seeing you struggle, because they always watch us struggle, because they want to know what we're doing to get through things. This is what we look for. We read stories about heroes getting through struggles. We read stories about people going through things and getting through the other side, because we're looking for coping mechanisms to get through. Does that make sense? This turned out way longer than I thought it was going to. Sorry. But yeah, this is what this is about. Okay? So we need to make sure that we are emulating and being the people that we want our other family members and friends to be, because they are watching us. All right? I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful holiday weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye.